Time for us to move to Johannesburg, South Africa, where our man Solomon Atah is now on the line, and we hear Solomon is flanked by two gentlemen who are definitely going to have something interesting to say. Solomon Atah, over to you.
Thank you, Ernest, and welcome to you and your listeners to the City of Gold, Johannesburg, if you like, where the sun has just gone down on the horizon. We have a unique studio at the Reed Hotel in the Johannesburg Financial District. This is where I have two guests, one by the name of Jean-Louis Foster, who heads the Mifi Association in Johannesburg, and Daniel Ponom, who is former president of the Atah Cultural and Development Association, also in Johannesburg. I have both gentlemen here who will be talking to you and your listeners, especially about their development efforts at the level of their association towards Cameroon, or what they've been able to do this year, especially for the kids and for various aspects of development back at home. Ernest?
Okay, Solomon, I understand you have some intellectuals with you now, and the discussion is definitely going to be a brilliant one. Let me just hand over the microphone to you then. You fire on, Solomon.
Thank you, Ernest, and welcome to your listeners again to Johannesburg. Welcome to you, Jean-Louis.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to Daniel.
Thank you very much, and thanks for the...
Okay, thank you guys, both of you, for coming to speak the African Cocktail on African Radio, right here in the City of Gold. Jean-Louis, let me start with you. Tell us about the Mifi Association in Johannesburg.
Yeah, Mifi Association is AMAT, which is Association in French, Association des ressortissants de la Grande Mifi en Afrique du Sud. Okay? And it's an association who accept or who contribute to put together people who are coming from Mifi. Like before, they share Mifi and put Funky and Onkam and other small departments. We consider that the 18 village who belong for Mifi is the people who can be accepted as the Mifi Association in Johannesburg.
Fantastic. I'm going to talk to you a little bit later. Mr. Fanongane, talk to me about the Atah Cultural and Development Association.
Atah Cultural and Development Association is abbreviated to MECUDA, which is a part of the Atah people. The Atah people in South Africa who have come together to actually foster the development of one another and the people back at home. And in actual fact, it started with Momo, which now came down to Momo became so large to manage, so we now separated them into various villages, which MECUDA is one of the most, or if not the biggest of them that's existing. And it's been existing for about 5 years today, and it's doing quite well in terms of developing its people both here and back at home.
Okay, I'll come back to you in terms of what kind of developmental activities you've been able to carry and do here. But first, John, just tell me a bit about how you see development at the level of the ground association, the ground issue in Gauteng in Johannesburg specifically, and what are some of the activities that you've already taken this year?
Yes, when it comes to development, I can say we focus purely to try to make the members to be strong and to be powerful. Yeah, we register ourselves as an NGO. NGO, and then to be able to contribute to people around us who have problems, who have situations. But we start from our members. Because what we do is to be able to assist other people who are in problems, who have issues, who have any other situation in their life, in their business, and any other thing. That is why we have like a small insurance that we contribute every week, who can assist if you are sick, you can assist if your parents are sick, and if any member of your family dies, you can give a contribution.
Okay. I'm going to come back to you a little bit later. Let me just ask former president of MECUDA, give me a bit of the background to MECUDA and what are the key tenets of that association, especially because this is now the end of the year. Are there any developmental projects that have been undertaken or that are in the pipeline as far as remittance that are concerned?
As far as remittance back home is concerned, we already went through a phase of one of our major projects that we embarked on continuing with them, which is supplying books to schools in Cameroon. We ended the first phase of it in October, and it was overwhelming because education is the fundamental key to development. And every nation needs to develop its youth. So we saw that opportunity to be able to help and develop our youth back at home within the primary school sector, and we bought some books and supplied to those who were underprivileged who couldn't get books.
Okay, that's fantastic. And Johnny Foto, in terms of the Grand Unity Association in Gauteng, what is your relationship, that of that association, with other Cameroonian associations in Gauteng?
Yes, normally, generally, we have like a good relationship with other associations, like MD Association, like Oncam Association, and Beno Association, Total Dynamic Association with the Business Association, and we are very open to other associations who would like to join to us to be able to contribute to the development of Cameroonians, either here in South Africa or in Cameroon.
Okay, fantastic. So we're going to wrap it up a little bit. If someone is a member of both your associations that have just been able to attend meetings or to participate in the activities of that association, what 2 or 3 words can you give to them? What would you, Jean?
Yeah, what I can say is that normally the advice that I always give to anyone, even when there is an event like a funeral or somebody who is sick or whatever, where you need to contribute or to assist, I always advise that it's better to ask, especially when we are in foreign land, to be together. To join together, we are more stronger because we share our problems, we share our happiness, we share our feelings, and that's how we can grow and we can go further.
Fantastic. I'll come back to this to get the final word in terms of the Christmas wishes for Grammy, and you're going to tell me some of the exciting Christmas wishes. Daniel?
I would say to people who have not been able to attend meetings or they've attended one and have not been attending, I would say actually you cannot be an island in a foreign land. You need the support structure of your people to be able to move further, because you never know what might happen to you tomorrow and you will meet those people. So belonging to such an association is of utmost importance, that everybody, it doesn't matter where you are, you need to belong to an association so that you know your roots, where you come from, and you know where you're going. And those things will help you to understand your cultural values, and as long as you belong.
Thank you. So, Jean-Louis Foto, as we brought it interview to a close, just so that we kind of conclude from the city of goals, what are your Christmas wish to all Christians that are from Grammy or from other parts of Cameroon?
Yes, generally for all Cameroonians, for everybody over the world, I wish a very good Christmas. And we are organizing our end of the year and end of activity party that we never already have a date that we're going to be during this December, where we are going to celebrate maybe in advance our own Christmas. And I wish that everybody may be fine and be rich next year with happiness, with more blessings, and with more achievement in our activities.
Thank you so much, Daniel, President of Grand Unity in Gauteng, for talking to African Cocktail only on AfricaRadio.com. And to you, Daniel?
Oh, yes.
What wishes for all Cameroonians, maybe Mekuta specifically?
What I would say is to my members of Mekuta is you've been an awesome group of people and I love you so much. And with the help that we've had so far as an executive body, we really appreciate you, because it is through your effort that we could succeed to get the thing going. And just wish you the best for the season and long life to every member of Mekuta and every Cameroonian. Cameroonians are a brilliant set of people, and we should keep striving for the best and to help each other.
So let's just join Carolina for me. Ernest, there you have it, between the two power gentlemen, Jean-Louis Foto from the Grand Unity and Daniel Fonom, former president of Mekuta, Cultural Development Association. That's it for me. from the city
Solomon,
of Gold.
before you go away, probably one last question, Solomon.
Yeah, next.
Yes, Solomon.
That's fine. Next week, Ernest, I will be speaking to you as we commemorate the passing of the world icon Nelson Mandela.
Right.
I look forward to giving you powerful guests from the city of Gold.
Solomon, one question before you go away. Are you with me?
Yes, go ahead, Ernest.
Yes, Solomon, I just want you to drop your voice on the topic for the day. We're talking about how a film industry should be structured, and we are asking the question, do we really need a structure which is run by people for a film industry to exist? Without a structure, for instance, I'm told that South Africa's film industry is known as Jollywood. So, without a Jollywood or a Nollywood or a CFI that represents Cameroon, can independent filmmakers still continue shooting their movies and marketing them? Solomon.
Fantastic question, and thank you very much for putting that question to me. My views are quite out of the world, I would suspect, because I do not agree to structures. You see, within the creative environment, we do not need boxes in the name of names or whatever you call it. The creative environment is something that Wallace Soyinka put so succinctly. The truth set you free, but first you must set the truth free. What does this mean? Within a creative environment, we don't need boxes. We don't need no structures. See, all these structures are bureaucratic structures. I know that some would argue that they become lobby groups when you're looking for funding, or they will give you all sorts of reasons. But out of chaos comes order. Structures will take a life form of its own in future. I don't think that the starting point for creative environment, such as film, television, or any other creative environment, should start with bodies, should start with structure, because those bodies at some point become so stringent that you are not able to operate within that environment. Let me give an example. There was a filmmaker that was at some point arrested in Cameroon, or kidnapped, whatever happened, and the theater could not even issue a press release. They could not take a stand. So I begin to question exactly what that particular body represented in one of their own was arrested or whatever the case was. I did not have enough or clarity information about it. But that just goes to explain that personally, I do not feel that a starting point for a creative industry to exist would be a body. So I know that these are very strong views, and I do have a thing or two about them, but as a matter of fact, everyone that thinks that they can make a film or can create any work of art in whatever form to just go out there and play. A process will take a natural selection. Thank you, Ernest.
Solomon, thank you so much. You say it is a creative environment and it should be void of any bureaucratic structure which may become too imposing, and this may affect art. That is the message from Solomon Atah, our permanent correspondent there in Johannesburg, South Africa. Just to remind you that Solomon and I will be running African Cocktail next week. It is going to be a co-presentation. Solomon from Johannesburg and Ernest from Columbus, Ohio, and we shall be focusing on the first anniversary of the passing away of the world's own Mandela. Okay, Solomon, thank you so much, and we hope to have you again next week.